Excuse me. Hey, Marieanne here, the Crochety Clogger, and Maxie. Hey, buddy. You want to come say hey? No, well. Okay, I'm coming here today. Like who knows, Miguel says I had an inkling to call you up and give you some new news. Might not be out. Okay, what I thought I would do is just reiterate this drive that is happening now for Western North Carolina. And the reason I'm doing this recap, if you will, review, rerun of the original video is because I took the original video down because logistics, things kind of changed up. And so the backstory might not be all correct in it, you know. But anyway, let me explain first. My name's Marieanne, and I live in central North Carolina, and we call it the Piedmont of North Carolina. I love North Carolina. I'm not going to give you too much background. I grew up in North Carolina. My parents immigrated from Germany and moved to Charlotte, North Carolina. I know you've heard of Charlotte. When I was, I don't know, 4 years old, perhaps, we moved to more central to the Piedmont of North Carolina. And I do love it. I love it because if you go a couple of hours west, you will be in our beautiful mountains. If you go about 3 hours east, you'll be on our beautiful coast. And a lot of history in North Carolina, especially with our forefathers who came to this country to begin with. North Carolina, you know. Anyway, I just wanted to reiterate, I live in the central part of North Carolina. I love the beach. For a vacation, I've always preferred the beach. My husband is exactly the opposite. He prefers our mountains. Now, and that's something for a later video. That's not why I'm here. I just want to let you know where I sit in North Carolina. It's kind of long, and I'm right in the middle. But it doesn't take long to go play in the water, and it don't take long to play in the hills. Just want to get that out there. Okay, so many of you know the devastation that Hurricane Helene caused in the Appalachian Mountains. It seems as though, I'm not trying to make anything, you know, small, not trying to make small of the situation. It just seems that that part of North Carolina was hit pretty darn hard. So I just really have a deep desire to help the people of Western North Carolina. The Appalachian Mountain Range is quite a large mountain range. It goes all the way, I think, now here's some factual stuff here that I might not be telling you true. Georgia, piece of Georgia, South Carolina, Tennessee, of course, North Carolina, and all the way up Virginia and West Virginia. So the Appalachian Mountains, even higher than that, actually, if you think about it, because the Appalachian Trail goes all the way up northeast. There's been hikers that have done that. But one of the biggest mountain ranges that is a part of the Appalachian Mountains here in North Carolina is called the Blue Ridge Mountains. You can see many beautiful photographs of the Blue Ridge Mountains, you know, and then by seeing that, you understand why it has been named the Blue Ridge. Literally, well, anyway, with the devastation that came, what I many of you know, again, I'm reiterating, a lot of people are without everything. A lot of people have lost everything. Homes, cars, family, everything. So they are living very meagerly, some in tents, camping out. And although it's very rare for our mountains to go below 0 Fahrenheit degrees, it's possible. It's not like, you know, I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of people living in colder climates, but not without, you know, at least I hope not without, you know, heat, source of heat. For many of these people, power will not be restored probably until next spring. The infrastructure is so wrecked. I mean, that's how bad it is. So I will always leave a lot of information in my description box, different videos from different content creators that are covering the actual destruction and the rebuilding of it, and other things. So again, what I want to do is collect warm, knitted, or crocheted things. Toboggans, hats, beanies, cold weather things, something to stay warm. Blankets, wraps, mittens, gloves, scarves, beanies, things to keep warm. Now, I've also asked, and my address is down below in the description box. I wanted to come to you today to reiterate all of this and a little bit more, but also, most importantly, please send to me, if you want to be included in the Flat Rock, if you want your items to be sent to Flat Rock, North Carolina. This is going to be helping a community in Flat Rock, which is, I think, a little southwest of Asheboro, North Carolina. Now, please send those goods, scarves, beanies, gloves, mittens, wraps, shawls, blankets. Please send them to me. I would say by November 27th. That would be the week of Thanksgiving. November 27th is the Wednesday just before Thanksgiving, which is on Thursday. So that way, those things I should have in time to put on the next truck that's going to the church in Flat Rock, North Carolina. If you watch my prior videos, you will understand the community that I'm speaking about in Flat Rock. Another community or neighborhood, maybe I should say neighborhood, has been discovered that has not received any assistance yet. And that's a hallelujah to be said after all this time. But again, my address is down below in the description box. If you could please send me your, anything that you want to donate as far as knitted or crocheted warm woolly things. Again, please send them to me by November the 27th. Now, whatever I receive, I want to go ahead and say this, whatever I might receive after that, after the truck pulls out, that I, don't worry, I will keep those things, and I have the organization process for all of this is still actually being organized, and I'm talking about up in the mountains. When I say up there, that's what I mean, up there in the mountains. But I did see a very, very interesting post from someone just this morning who suggested people who are collecting and housing things, donations, keep a very precise inventory of those things, and then let the different donation hubs in the mountains know what you have. So and that way different hubs can request, well, we need to have some more scarves or whatever, you know, because we're running low on that. So that's going to be that's my intent for anything that I might receive after the 27th of November. Keep looking at the calendar. I'm going to keep a good running inventory on it. Just want you to know, of course, my first option is always going to be for Operation Mountain Relief, which is the unity of churches that are helping the Flat Rock communities. Okay, that's going to be my first. Always will be. And so that information, that's going to be my list. So, and then I'm going to send like to the Burnsville hub, not send the stuff, but just send the list. What might you need? What might you need? What might you need there? And so I'm going to, you know, keep researching, making lists of different hubs up there. I've got a call into 2 other, or actually just one right now that I hadn't heard back from. Anyway, so I hope that makes sense. But the reason I'm pushing for you guys to send it before Thanksgiving is because we'll all save a little bit on shipping that way. If I can get it on the truck at Midway Wesleyan Church, which will be going to Flat Rock, if I can get it on that truck at Thanksgiving time, then, you know, because what I have after may possibly, I'm just saying, may possibly have to be shipped again up there. Or maybe I can talk my husband into just, let's just take a ride up to the mountains, shall we? They are still looking for volunteers, citizens to come help them dig out, help them do a lot of search and rescue is still going on. Not search and rescue, search and recovery. Search and recovery is still going on. And what I mean by that, recovery of those who didn't make it. There's still a lot of people missing. And it sounds like there's some recovery going on as well with the whole neighborhood just being discovered a week or so ago. Is that everything? Okay. I also want to make mention of Miss C's Cottage. She is collecting some bunnies and some buddies. I'm going to link her channel down below. Miss C has a live every Sunday, I do believe, and I'm sure she'll make mention of it. If you need the pattern, and this is for Christmas for the children in Flat Rock, North Carolina, same community I'm speaking of. This is going to be for for Christmas for the children of Flat Rock. The little amigurumi bunnies or anything, giraffes. Please contact Miss C of Miss C's Cottage for more information. What else? Oh, Miguel, who knows Miguel? I will link these channels down below. He is collecting squares of any size, and he's going to border them if necessary to make them all one size and put them. He enjoys putting squares together. I enjoy making them better than I enjoy joining them, but you know, excuse me. If you have squares sitting around and you just don't want to put them together, you just can't fathom the thought, send them to, who knows, that's Miguel. Send them to him and he will put them together and send them right back to me to go to Flat Rock. A nice blanket. I did read somewhere, if there's anybody out there who does the crocheting with plarn, the plastic yarn, I did see where I guess you call it sleeping bag, the mats, bed mats, are being requested. You know, like I said, many people are living in tents, and those plarn mats, when it first became very popular, remember guys, that people were making them for a lot of the homeless so they could have this a barrier between their sleeping bag or their pallet, their bed pallet, and the ground, because that plastic will keep them dry, or that, made out of the bags. It keep them dry, and maybe a little more soft. But I have seen some hubs requesting those. If you make any of those, think about that. Contact me. You're welcome to send it to me, or contact me, and I can put you in touch with an address that you may be able to send that as well. I'm not sure if that is something that the community in Flat Rock needs. It's not on. All I can do is just call Mr. Wayne Allred and be like, "Is that something I can send him?" And he hasn't said no yet, But and I hope that answers questions. I will put Miss C's link to her channel down below. You can get a hold of Miss C. You can email her as well if you want a pattern for a sun bunny, or a pattern for one of her sun buddies. She has many, polar bear, I think, or bear, and a giraffe, and what all. And a bunny, of course. Let's see. I think that's it. And I'll have Miguel's channel link down below, where you can contact him via email. Let him know with some, if you have squares that you want to send. And again, if anything comes in, I'm not going to turn anything back. I am not. My heart is so in this. I want to continue. I do not think the need is going to be any less than what it is now, insofar as helping. It's a possibility that somewhere, once the winter's over, our things probably won't be needed. But, there's still, it's on into February. It's not even December yet. But I gotta say, thank goodness the weather is in the 80s here today, which means it's a beautiful day in our mountains. And it also means that perhaps they didn't have quite such a cold night last night, because I know I didn't. I had to turn my heat off and open up some windows. So let's pray for some, maybe a little longer of this fall, warm fall, so it's not so cold for those folks up there. Again, if you have any questions, please share this video, please. I hope that I have. Oh, let me talk a little bit more about Operation Mountain Relief. It is several different churches that have come together here in my area, in the Piedmont of North Carolina. The Midway Wesleyan Church in Randleman, North Carolina. Another church, which is and these churches are all different denominations. Another church in Denton, North Carolina, who has also taken monetary donations for their program called Project Santa, which is going to help the children of Flat Rock, North Carolina as well. And the other church is in Asheboro, North Carolina, not Asheville, Asheboro, which is actually the county seat of Randolph County. I grew up there. Anywho, that church is taking monetary donations for, I think it's called Helping Hands for a Family. So those monetary donations will be going to specific families in the Flat Rock area to help them out as well. There's a lot for these poor folks to do, to get accomplished. I can't imagine even knowing where to start. And getting assistance has been very difficult for many of them, due to the way our mountains are mountains are made, right? And how we inhabit them, which, I mean, you do what you do, and Mother Nature takes its course. There's not much you can do about that. But as I said before, even so, through all the destruction, there's a goodness in humanity, and it's being tested, and it's shining bright. So I think that's everything. Again, please email me and let me know if you have any questions. And I'm in it for the long haul. All right. Thank you so very much, and we'll talk to you soon.